What's up, guys? Today I have some insane stuff for you, okay? Number one, I'm gonna kind of debunk something that's been floating around the internet. And number two, I'm gonna show you a insane video that shows that the RV may not have been the thing that exploded in the Nashville uh, bombing. This is insane, okay? So, let's take a look real quick at what some people are saying, and I'll show you like kind of the debunking part first, and then we'll move into the insane new information, right? So, Tariq Nasheed tweeted this out. It says, "This might be a strange coincidence, but the AT&T building in Nashville that was blown up today was owned by Cerberus Capital, owners of Dominion Voting Systems. The company many are accusing of voter fraud are former executives from Cerberus." It says down here in this thing that he shows, July 16th, 2018, Dominion Voting Systems announces that it has been acquired by its management team and Staple Street Capital. Staple Street Capital is a private equity firm founded in 2009, based in New York, and the co-founders, blah blah blah, are veterans of the Carlyle Group and Cerberus Capital Management. Also, the board members of Dominion Voting, the official website of Staple Capital, has deleted the team introduction, right? Okay, now let's go to another tweet real quick. And this says, "Why Nashville? Why AT&T? Here's your answer. Room 641A is a telecom intercept facility operated by AT&T for the U.S. NSA as part of its warrantless surveillance program, Patriot Act. What part of the country does this hub cover? Georgia. Wasn't AT&T going to do forensic evaluations on Dominion voting systems possibly from Georgia?" Now here's the thing. This particular tweet, I could not verify anything about it at all, right? Based on everything I've seen, everything in this particular tweet was just rumors. We don't I couldn't find anything that was confirmation as to AT&T getting the contract to do the audits of the Dominion systems. And this first tweet here, I'll show you why this one is not correct either, right? So, now, keep in mind, I'm trying to be unbiased here, but the Donald.win, they're even saying that those two tweets are talking BS. So it says, "There's been a notion spreading around Twitter that the AT&T building targeted in the Tennessee attack was owned by Dominion Voting. This originates from the history of Cerberus Capital owning the AT&T tower downtown in Nashville in 2006. Cerberus Capital had two former employees who later founded Staple Street, who purchased Dominion. Cerberus Capital owned the AT&T AT&T tower downtown in 2006, which is not the same as the tower that was attacked today. The two employees who founded State Street Capital are named Stephen Owens and Hutan Yaghobazadeh. I think I said that right. And worked for Cerberus in 2009. To clarify, the attack today has nothing to do with Dominion, at least not with Cerberus, and should not be promoted because it is fake news that hurts our purpose in seeking the truth and exposing it." Then he goes on to talk about some of the tweets, right? Now, some of you may be wondering, wait, so who's right? The people that are tweeting or the Donald.win? In this case, it's the Donald.win. Now let me show you why they are right. So, we're going to go to the Wikipedia page. This is the building that is being referenced in the in the uh, uh in the tweets, right? Okay. Now, if we scroll down, you'll see that everything that the Donald.win said just now was correct. This particular building uh was, let's see, uh 2000 in 2009, tenants. Okay, so here's the tenants and ownership. So, after completing, oh, I'm reading the ownership part. After completion in 1994, the AT&T building was purchased by another company, blah blah blah, real estate company. Ownership of the building was transferred to Cerberus Capital Management subsidiary Financial in July 2006 after Cerberus acquired Prifco. The building was immediately placed back on the market for resale and in mid-2007 was sold to MTL Leasing for an undisclosed sum. So, number one, the building that they're referencing has not been uh, under Cerberus's management since 2007, right? But it's not even the right building. How do I know this? If you look at this right here, it says 333 Commerce Street, Nashville, Tennessee. If we go to Google Maps, let me type this in, 333 Commerce Street, Nashville, Tennessee. Let me click on this. What comes up, right? It's going to bring us to this tower right here. Okay? Now, this is the tower that they're referencing when they're talking about the building that was owned by Cerberus. However, it is not the correct building because the correct building the explosion took place on Commerce and 2nd. So if we go here, it says the explosion occurred along the 160 block of the historic 2nd Avenue North in Nashville's entertainment district. Now, if we go back to Google Maps and we zoom out, we're going to have to scroll around and let me see if I can find it. So 2nd Street, 1st. So 2nd Avenue is up here, right? Now, from my best guess, because I searched it earlier, this is the building right here that they're referencing, but the explosion happened somewhere along 2nd Street up here. I believe it was either in this block here or this block here, right? Now, let me just, where was that? 2nd Avenue North. Yeah, so let's just Google it, right? Second North, Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, yeah, so I was correct. So right here is where the explosion took place, and all the way down here is where that building was. So they are not the same building, okay? So, it's not true. It's fake news. It's not, and the worst part is it's fake news perpetrated by the people who are supporting um Trump, right? Or at least, not liking the establishment and all that stuff, and they think something happened with the voting. But they're not the same building. Now, I looked everywhere. I could not find anything that referenced the building that was actually damaged. Okay? I couldn't find ownership records. I couldn't find anything like that. If any of you guys who are watching this happen to know anything, please, please, please put it in the comments down below. Put some sources, put anything. I would love to see any information you guys have on that particular building because I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything even about the rumors of stuff being sent there, like the Dominion voting machines for audit, or anything to do with the claims from I think it was Jim Burke about the NSA or the Patriot Act or anything like that. What I could find was an article here that said what happened in Nashville and what it means, and a little snippet where it says, the AT&T building that was heavily damaged is a significant part of the infrastructure. In addition to impacting the internet, TV, and cell service in a large area to include BNA Nashville International Airport, 911 service was impacted across numerous counties. The cell service and 911 service were down as far away as Clarksville. Fort Campbell, Kentucky, the home of the 101st Airborne Special Forces Group. Think Delta, the guys that get called when the SEALs get in trouble. So, 911 service is still down in numerous counties. So this actually impacted 911 service, our international airport, and a military base. Okay, that's huge, right? Now this is the part that is interesting. Uh, the crater that was left was not as significant as would be expected. It seems the explosion was primed and aimed up and out at the physical structure next to which it was parked, the AT&T building. This accounts for eyewitness reports of seeing someone shooting up into the air from the RV immediately prior to the explosion. There are reports of video showing this, but as of now, none of those clearly demonstrates this have been verified. Now, that sounds to me, from eyewitness accounts and all that stuff, that this explosion was still targeting the AT&T building. We just don't know why, because everyone else that's saying the stuff about the AT&T building has the wrong building. They're saying all the stuff about it was owned by Cerberus, blah 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 blah. None of that's true. It's the wrong building. Now, could it possibly be true for the building that was actually hit? Sure, but the one that I found, the one that's been referenced, I haven't been able to find anything about it. Okay, it's not the same building. Now, here's the really, really interesting thing that, quite honestly, I can't explain it, right? So I have a video that seems to show the epicenter of the explosion not being the RV. Let me say that again. It seems to be a video of the RV not being where the explosion happened, right? So let's take a look at this video, and you can comment down below and tell me what you think about this, okay? Now, if we look here, this shows the RV right here, but this seems to show where the explosion took place. Let me play the video for you. Now, the person who did this has slowed down the video. There's a full 19-second video of the entire thing, but because the explosion happens so fast, it just it almost whitewashes the entire video. So somebody slowed this down, and you can see that it very much looks like the explosion happens across the street from the RV. And now taking that back to this article where it says, where does it say? This was an act of terrorism, but no one or group is claiming responsibility, leaving the purpose, intent, or target of the act open to debate. Right? Now, the from what I understand, the FBI has they've located a suspect, and it's somebody that they say that they've been surveilling. Now that seems kind of how do I say convenient, and they released a couple of pictures um, of the person's house and some of the stuff they were surveilling and stuff. Now, I don't know anything about that, and I'm going to wait for more information before I talk about that, because right now I'm just hearing rumors, um, and I want to hear more information. But I just want to put this video out real quick to debunk, sort of debunk, the notion that the AT&T building, has been used, or had some connection to Dominion and Cerberus, right? It does not. It's not the same building, and if anybody has information or sources that shows me that the building that was actually attacked is linked to it, I need corroborating evidence. I need a address that shows that it's the correct building. I need all that. Okay. Now, as for the video that I just showed of the explosion, it seems not to be in the correct place. If anybody can show me a different angle or something else of the actual RV exploding, and maybe this was just an odd angle and it just, the way that the explosion happened, it just didn't look correct, please, I implore you, link it down below, send me the source, anything. I'm trying to get everything correct about this story, and I'm really trying to uh, be impartial and get news from everywhere. As you can see, I was looking at news stories, Twitter, all this stuff, okay? So, if you guys like my content, please like and subscribe. share this video and provide sources if you have anything alternate down below. And hit that notification bell so that way you get more updates whenever I come out with additional videos on this story and other stories as well.